Yes, in the projection of solids, the first problem is a square prism, okay, of 35 side of a base. A side is 35 and 60 axis length. The axis length is 60 Rest on HP on one of its edge of the base, which is inclined VP at 30 degree. Draw the projection of the prism when the axis inclined HP at 45 degree. So here in this problem, it's basically on square. The surface is square and axis length is 60 okay, and always rest on HP, so that you have to start with the top view, and in the top view it is a square with a edge condition. Square with a edge condition. It is not a corner condition, it is edge condition. So first position is you have to draw first top view with edge condition, square with a edge condition. Okay, second position is directly you have to draw HP inclination, because in the first position it is on HP, so that second position it should be a inclination to the HP. Second position is inclination to the HP, and the third position is VP inclination, of course, but here in VP, so it is 30 degree, but axis is not inclined. Here axis is not inclined, the edge is inclined. Whatever the resting edge in second position, the same edge is resting on the third position, so that it is normal method. If the axis inclined for the third position VP, then we have to go with the locus method, that is what, beta angle. But here it is not axis angle, it is the same edge is inclined, so that you have to go with the normal method in the third position. So first position top view with a square and edge condition, second position HP inclination, that is what, axis for HP inclination, and in the third position the edge is inclined, okay, the resting edge is inclined, so that it is a normal method. Okay, we'll start the problem. The first thing is, of course, it's the same. You have to draw XY line, and you have to show this is a X and this one is a Y, and above XY is VP and below is HP. That you have to represent. Okay, and better make it bold as well as Times New Roman. Okay, yes. So next is you have to draw the first position. So first position means always you have to start with a top view. Okay, so here you already know that how to construct a square, that is we already discussed briefly in a projection of planes. So first I am showing how to construct in a manual method. So it is of 35 the side is 35 so that the length is 35 horizontal line, next vertical, okay, same 35 and same horizontal 35 and join it. So take your scale, first horizontal 35, next vertical 35, horizontal 35, vertical 35. So you will get a square with a edge condition. This is an edge condition left side, and after that you have to mark the center. Here we need a center, that is most important for draw the axis. So either you can draw from the center to center, okay, or corner to corner. If you join, so you will get this intersection is called as a center axis. And next go for naming. So bottom one is always A1. So this should be Times New Roman, okay. This is A, and in bracket A1, and here B1. So means the top face is visible, bottom face is not visible. Top face always A, B, C, D, bottom face always A1, B1, C1, D1. So A1, B1, C1, D1 is not visible. So C1, similarly D, D1, okay, and here in the middle it is a O1. Clear? So these are the visible points and rest are the invisible points. Next is go for the front view. So here if the prism is seen visibly, means if you see from the front you will look like a rectangle. Okay, it is look like a rectangle. The same prism if you see from the top, so it is a square plane, so that you will see the only square. So that is the first position. First position always a initial position or original, a true and shape. So now better you have to draw first axis. So axis, this is what the axis. Okay, so axis of 60 mm. Place it. Next, go for the join this. Okay, and here it is of same 60. Next, like this you have to join, and you have to join with the help of your scale and pencil. Join, and this should be 60 and this should be 35. Yes. Okay, and after this you have to name the points. So if you see from the front, this A and A1 is visible, B and B1 is visible, but C and C1 is not visible, D and D1 is not visible. At the same time O and O1 is also not visible. So here A1 dash visible, okay, A1 dash visible, bracket D1 dash not visible. Here also same thing, B1 dash visible, C1 dash not visible, and here B dash visible, C dash not visible, and here A dash visible, D dash not visible. So like this you have to make all the points, and similarly this O dash is not visible, and here O1 dash also not visible. So these are the visible points and invisible points. Okay. So if you see from the front, this A1, B, B1 is visible. You just see from the front this side. So A1, B, B1 visible. C1, D1 is not visible. So I written in the bracket. So bracket C dash, D dash, D1 dash, C1 dash not visible. A1 dash, B1 dash, B dash, A dash visible. So I shown it. Okay. So this is a first position. And the next is the draw the position of the prism when the axis is inclined to HP. Always in the second position axis is only inclined. Okay. If the inclination given for HP, it means that it is a axis inclination only. Clear? But third position it may be axis or it may not be axis. Some case it is axis, then you have to go with the locus method. If it is not axis, edge inclination, then you have to go with the normal method. Yes, it is of 45 degree. Okay, so take this. Okay, first I will show you how to draw it in the software. So in the software with the help of solid edge, you directly, okay, so like this you have to copy, move option, okay, and placed here and draw it, and next is go to rotate option. This is a fixed point, always right side is fixed, and the angle should be 45 like this. See, this is what the with the help of software we easily reconstructed with the help of move and rotate option, correct? But manual drawing, if you go with a manually you have to construct with the help of compass, scale and everything. So first you have to measure. Before that, with the help of scale and pencil, just measure it. This is a 35 and this distance you have to measure. Clear? Yes. So now take this scale and pencil. So placed on right side. Okay. In the planes we are placing on left side on the XY line, but here right side. That's why we consider condition in the right side. So like this, placed it. Okay. Next, axis inclination. Okay. So directly if you want, you can draw the axis. Okay, that's the one method. And another method is either you can go with axis or a base inclination. Both are same. Okay, first I will show you this axis. This axis is nothing but an this parallel to this edge. So this edge is axis, all are same angle. It is of 45 degree. So take the line. Okay, placed it 45. The length is 60. Okay, and the angle is 45. So like this you have to place. Clear? Next, with the help of scale, directly perpendicular. So perpendicular, you have to draw line. Okay. So this for this edge, this is a perpendicular, and this is also perpendicular. Okay. So here placed it. So like this, you draw perpendicular. See. So that length is 35. Placed it. Similarly here and same perpendicular 35. Okay, draw and join, and this distance is 17.5. So take the compass, okay, and placed it A and stretch up to O dash, and take the same compass and mark it, cut the arc. Similarly same arc, okay, cut the same arc, and now you join the axis. So like this you have to manually reconstruct and name the same thing. So this is a A1 dash visible in bracket, D1 dash not visible, and this is O1 dash, and this one is B1 dash visible, C1 dash not visible. Similarly B dash visible, C dash not visible, and here A dash visible in bracket, D dash, and this one is O dash bracket not visible. And this inclination, if you want to check, this inclination should be 45. Means the same axis, they given axis inclination. See, if you want to check the axis for this, and this is also same 45. So axis is also same 45, edge is also same 45. Why? Because this axis is parallel to this edge. Clear? This is the one method. Or else if you want, you can rotate the base inclination. Okay, so base inclination means directly you can rotate the base. So the base inclination is equal to 90 minus axis inclination. So whatever the axis inclination is given, that 90 minus, okay, so 90 minus 45 is 45. So this should be 45. If you want, you can check, this is also same 45. Clear? So like this, either you can go with the base inclination or axis inclination, both are correct. Okay, after drawing the second position front view, you have to go for a top position by rotating, by projecting all the points. So first rotate all the points. This should be a normal line, should not be an axis line. Okay, so take your scale and project all the points, whatever the points is there, A1, B1, C1, A dash, B dash, C dash, everything you have to project downward, because we need a top view. Like this you have to project all the points. Clear? Yes. Now mark one by one. First go with the A, B, C, D. Means A dash, B dash means A, B, C, D. A1 dash, B1 dash means A1 dash, B1 dash respective here. First A is here and A is here. This is called A, and B is here and B is here. C is here, C is here, D is here, D is here. So like this you have to mark and remove the extra points, and you have to name it. This is a, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Similarly this A1 is here and this A1 is here. This is A1, and B1 is here and B1 is here. This is B1, and this is C1, and this is D1. Okay, and similarly you have to also give for this is O1 O. Okay, so name it, this is O and this is bracket, you have to write O1, it is not visible. Okay, so now if you see from the top, this face is completely visible, that's why ABCD is written open, and here this A and D, A and D is visible, but B1 and C1 is not visible, so that you should write in a bracket. So this should be in a bracket, C1 and this is B1. These two edges are not visible. So first join invisible edges, that is with the help of dotted. Take the scale, join this A to C, it should be dotted like this. See, dotted is there, and similarly this C2 C1 is also dotted, C2 C1, and B1 to B is also dotted. Okay, so this is what the hidden lines. Okay, if you see from the top, only you can able to see those edges, and this to this is also dotted, and here also here dotted. So only this much are the dotted lines, means not visible. So now join the visible edges, continuous line. First you draw this ABCD, so A to B visible, B to C visible, C to D visible, and D to A. Next A to A1 visible, and B to B1 visible. Next D1 and A1 is also visible from the top. Yes, you have to write like this. So this is what the visible. Clear? Means this face is visible. Okay, if you see from the top, and this bottom face square is not visible, that's why written in the dotted. And this face D1 to D, A to A1, this face is also visible. Only these two faces are visible. Rest bottom face and another three side faces are not visible. Clear? This is what the second position. After this you have to show the arrow mark like this. We are projected right side and we are projected downward. At least for projection sake you have to represent. Okay, so next is the which is on rest on edges on HP. Okay, the same edge of the base, which is inclined to VP at 30 degree, means this is what the edge B1 and C1, this is what the edge, correct? It is rest on a HP of 45 degree. The same edge is inclined, so you have to incline this edge. This dotted line is there now, that is what the edge, it is not visible, so this edge is inclined up how much? Of 30 degree. Okay, yes, see the same edge is inclined, you have to rotate this same edge. So first to draw 45 degree line. Okay, so better you draw one parallel line like this. Okay, no problem. So either you can draw 45 degree from here also, both are same because both are parallel. So if you take 45 degree here also same, if you take 45 degree here also same. So take this 30 degree is 30 degree. Like this you have to place it. So next is you have to rotate this. This should be 30 degree. See. So next is mark this B1 and C1 first with the help of your scale. Okay, with the help of your scale and same dotted line, mark here. So it is of same. What is the distance? It is 35. That's why we have to go with a normal method. The same length is 35. Place it and name it as a it is of bracket C1 and here bracket B1. The same edge is rested on HP and the same edge is inclined for VP. Okay, first you have to draw this edge. Clear? Next you need a point like D1, A1, A, B, C and D. So like this all the points you have to need it. So I told better you have to go with the box method. Either you can use protractor and cut the arc and use the compass and make the arc, everything. Okay, that method is also okay, but it take a time is more, as well as sometimes it gives the wrong dimensions. Okay, for better and accurate way of reconstruction is use the box method. So you already drawn this, and exactly for this these lines are perpendicular, correct? For this dotted line, this edge is exactly perpendicular, this edge is exactly perpendicular, means 90 degree, and these edges are parallel. Okay, so better this distance, you first measure the distance from here to here. Okay, with the help of scale it is 17.5 is there. Okay, so draw from center to here perpendicular line from here and here. So exactly perpendicular. Okay, you just draw the line like this. So we don't know the length, you just draw a line. Okay, and this should be a continuous line. Similarly draw same like this. We don't know the exact length, so like this you just draw perpendicular line. Okay, and next use the compass. Use your compass placed on D1 and stretch up to C1. Okay, and measure that distance. So from here to here, what is the distance? And from here to here, you have to measure the distance, because for cut the arc, okay, you have to measure the distance. Okay, so next is take your compass. So placed it on C1 and stretch up to D1. Placed it on C1, stretch up to D1. The distance is 24.75. Okay, and cut the arc. And similarly from here and place it same compass and cut the one more arc. Clear? And join the and remove this extra projected line and join the line. Clear? I named it as, this one is D1 and this one is A1. Okay, and similarly go for we already got the C1. Similarly go for D and C. So here D and C, same compass. Okay, placed it on same C1 and you already mark that stretch up to D and the distance is 17.68. Okay, so cut the one more arc. Similarly same and with the help of same distance, okay, cut the one more arc. 17.68 like this. Okay, and similarly this distance from this D to C is distance of 24.75. okay, or else you can place it up to, okay, so you can place it on C dash and take the distance of C1 dash. Okay, that is also correct. Either you can cut the arc from D to C or else C1 to C. So anyone is Correct. So 42.43 is distance. Okay. So like that you have to cut the arc. So placed it here and stretch up to C, or placed it on B1, stretch up to B, and that distance, if you measure from that scale, it is 42.43. So and cut the arc. So after cutting the arc, you just remove that extra projected lines, okay, and join that, okay. And after that joining that intersection, you can call it as a B, you can call it as a C, and this point is D, and this point is A. And similarly you need a center, okay. So from the center, that this O to O1, you need the point, okay. So just draw a from center, okay, draw the line. So just draw the vertical line and take the same compass, okay, and first you measure that. So from here to here, what is the distance? And from here to here you need a distance, correct? From here to here, you just use your scale and measure this, okay, and afterwards take the compass and place it here and cut first to 12.37, or you just placed it on this entire center and stretch up to O1, you will get one arc intersection. And second, from placed it here and stretch up to O. So take the use the same and placed it here, and the radius is, and cut the arc and remove this, okay, and mark this line as an axis. Actually it is an axis, okay. So like this. So next you have to mark that this has a O, and this one is O1. So now this O1 is also not visible, correct? So this is actually O1 not visible. And join this, whatever the line is there, okay, we have to join all the lines. Yes, this is what the reconstruction of this second position top view with the help of scale, okay, and we gone with a box method and we draw, reconstruct it, okay. It is easy method. And once the reconstruction is of this top view is over, go for the front view. And here first you have to project all the horizontal lines, okay. It is better with the help of your scale, okay, project all the lines. Okay, so next one by one. First, if you see from the top, if you see from the top, if you see from the top, this this is a top view, okay. This face is visible, this face is not visible, okay, if you see from the top. And if you see from the front, this we need a front view, so we have to see from the front only. So if you see from the front, this bottom A1, B1, C1, D1 is visible, okay, and this face D1, A1, A and D is also visible, but this face is not visible, C and D is not visible, that we have to write, okay. So first mark this A. So A is here, okay, so this is A. Next B is here, and B, C is here, so C, and D is here, D. So this is what we can call it as a 1 dash, B 1 dash, this is C 1 dash, and D 1 dash. Okay, so these are visible. So first draw visible from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. First you draw. Okay, next again draw A is here and A is here, B is here. Is it correct? This is a sorry, this is a D, so D is here, and this is a B, and B is here, and a C is here. Okay, and first thing, you just give the namings. This is a B dash, this one is C dash, and this is A dash, and this one is D dash. Like this you have to name it. And from here the visible edge to A1 to A visible. Should be thick. If it is visible, you have to go with a thick with the help of scale, thick pencil. B to B dash visible, and A to A dash visible. This is visible, and this one is visible, and this is visible. Only this much is visible. Okay, and there is a line. Okay, there is a line which are invisible. So this D to C dash, there is a line, it is not visible. C to D is there is a line, it is not visible. And similarly C dash to C1 dash, there is a line, it is not visible. So like this you have to mark first visible lines, then invisible lines, and afterwards you have to show the arrow mark like this. Like this you have to show all the arrow mark. Okay, yes, this is what a complete problem. If you draw like this, it will complete your drawing. Okay, so first thing is this is a first position. Okay, in the first position it's a edge condition, square of 60 mm axis. This is axis. Okay, second position, the axis is inclined 45 degree, so either you can directly take the axis inclination or you can take the base inclination. If you take, then 90 minus axis inclination. And if you see from the top, this face is completely visible, that's why it is continuous visible line, and this edge is not visible, that's why it is dotted line. So second position is over. And third position is you have to reconstruct this entire thing, because the same resting edge, okay, is inclined here. So draw 30 degree, okay, and draw that C dash B dash, and go with the box method. Okay, so draw a perpendicular line for that line, a dotted line, perpendicular lines, and cut the distances for that B dash, D dash, C dash, A, B, C, D. Okay, and you will get the same thing reconstructed here. And once the reconstruction is over, then go for the projection upward and this projection rightward. Okay, you will get the front view, third position front view. Clear? First position, second position HP inclination, third position VP inclination. Okay.